तो प्लानिंग के बारे में देख लेते हैं. नेचर ऑफ प्लानिंग क्या है. प्लानिंग इज़ द बिगिनिंग ऑफ प्रोसेस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट. मैनेजमेंट मस्ट प्लान बिफोर ही कैन पॉसिबली ऑर्गेनाइज, स्टाफ, डायरेक्ट एंड कंट्रोल. पहला ही होता है ना, प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, डायरेक्टिंग, कंट्रोलिंग. ये PODC हमारे पे. Because planning sets all other function into action, it can be seen as the most basic function. Without planning, other function become mere activity producing nothing but chaos. Principle of primacy of planning. Intellectual process. Manager to think before acting. Thinking in advance. It is by planning that managers of organization decide what is to be done, when it is to be done, how it is to be done, and who is to do it. Decision making is thus an integral part of planning. It is defined as the process of choosing among alternative decision making. Obviously, decision making will occur at many points in the planning process. For example, in planning for their organization, manager must first decide which goal to pursue. Shall we manufacture all parts internally or buy from outside? In fact, deciding which goal to pursue is probably the most important part. Goal क्या है? Managers must also decide which assumption about the future and about the environment they will use in making their plan. तो यहाँ पे कीवर्ड आ गया assumptions. Will taxes on our earnings increase and thus strain our company's cash flow, or can we expect taxes to remain at present level? In addition, managers must decide how they will allocate their resource allocations, to attain their goal. Should we fill up a senior position by promoting an existing employee, or should we hire someone from outside? Because decision making is such an integral part of planning, we will discuss it extensively in the following chapter. Planning is a continuous process. The intellectual process, decision making है, continuous process है. Rightly observed that like a navigator constantly checking where his ship is going, manager should constantly watch progress of his plans. He must constantly monitor both within and outside the organization to determine if changes are required in his plans. It is wiser for him to be right than merely being consistent. राइट होना ज़रूरी है भाई, कंसिस्टेंसी नहीं है यहाँ पे. दिस इज़ कॉल्ड प्रिंसिपल ऑफ नेविगेशनल चेंज. प्रिंसिपल ऑफ नेविगेशनल चेंज. नेविगेशन जैसे वास्ट ओशियन में एक शिप चलती है तो मॉनिटर करना है और मार्क कर लेते हैं. इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रोसेस है, डिसीजन मेकिंग है. इसमें क्या करते हैं हम, अल्टरनेटिव में चूज़ करते हैं. और क्या है, अजम्पशंस, एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्स, एलोकेट द रिसोर्स. बस अभी तक ये है. एक यहाँ पे प्रिंसिपल ऑफ प्राइमेसी, बिगिनिंग है ना, तो अभी तक ये बिगिनिंग, इंटेलेक्चुअल, कंटिन्यूस. As a corollary to above principle, it can be said that a plan must be flexible. By flexibility of a plan, it is mean its ability to change direction to adopt changing situation without undue cost. Because circumstance change, it is simple common sense that a plan must provide for many contingencies, for as many contingencies as possible. मतलब contingencies मतलब क्या होता है देखते हैं. It needs to process a built-in flexibility in a 5 major areas. In a 5 major areas: technology, tech, market, finance, personal and organization. Technology, market, finance, personal and organization. 5. Technology, market, finance, personal मतलब person और organization. Flexibility in technology means the mechanical ability of a company to change and vary its product mix according to changing needs of its customers. Market, flexibility in market means company's ability to shift in marketing geographically. The company should be able to penetrate into unserved areas as and when there is sudden spurt of demand in those areas. Finance means to obtain additional funds on favorable terms whenever there is a need. Personal means the company's ability to shift individuals from one job to another. Organization में flexibility means company's ability to change in organization structure. Only within limits it is possible. It is almost invariably true that it involves extra cost. Sometimes it may be so expensive that its benefit may not be worth the cost. Sometimes people may develop patterns of thought that are resistant to change. Sometimes already established policies and procedure may become so deeply ingrained in the organization that changing them may become difficult. In most cases, ठीक है यार. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, एक सेकेंड इसको वाक कर देते हैं. फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, प्लान्स मस्ट बी फ्लेक्सिबल. नेक्स्ट है ऑल परवेजिव. तो ये तो हो गए फीचर्स हो गए ना प्लानिंग के. Flexible, all pervasive. In other words, important to all managers regardless of their level. Some differences in involvement at different levels. One major difference concerns the time period covered. Top level managers are generally concerned with longer time period. Much of their planning involves activity that will take place 6 months to 5 years later, or even after that. Lower level concerned with planning for day-to-day work, day, week, or month. Fine lines, first line. For example, plan the work active for the day. They are not responsible for predicting sale level and ordering material to produce 6 months. Second major, तो फर्स्ट मेजर डिफरेंस क्या है? टाइम पीरियड इन्वॉल्व. जो टॉप पे होंगे वो लॉन्ग टर्म प्लान करेंगे और जो लास्ट पे वो एक दिन का करेंगे और बीच वाले तो बीच का ही करेंगे. सेकंड मेजर डिफरेंस कंसर्न द टाइम स्पेंट ऑन प्लानिंग. टाइम स्पेंट, टाइम पीरियड और टाइम स्पेंट ऑन प्लानिंग. टॉप मैनेजर जनरली स्पेंड मोर टाइम. इसमें वही है, जो टॉप पे होगा वो ज़्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करेगा. मोर कंसर्न विद एस्टेब्लिशिंग ऑब्जेक्टिव, डेवलपिंग प्लान्स टू मीट दोस ऑब्जेक्टिव. Lower level managers are more involved in executing these plans. Next, importance of planning. Without planning, random and ad hoc choices for concrete reasons for the paramount importance. It minimizes risk and uncertainty. Minimize risk and uncertainty lead to success. Focuses attention on the organization goal. Facilitates control. Trains executives. देख लें एक बार, कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट है तो इसमें मार्क करता जाऊँगा. In today's increasingly complex organization, intuition alone can no longer be relied as a means. This is why planning has become more important. By providing a more rational, fact-based procedure for decision making, planning allows to minimize risk, in which social changing environment does not deal with, but with futurity of present decision. Marker by marker. Being in control, feeling of being in control. It is like going out with an umbrella in cloudy weather. Manager relates the uncertainties and possibility of tomorrow to the facts of today and yesterday. तो प्लानिंग फ्यूचर और आज जो हो रहा है रिलेट करेगा भाई इसको, क्योंकि जो हम आज करेंगे वही तो कल होगा. तो सही है. मिनिमाइजेज रिस्क एंड अनसर्टेनिटी, लीड्स टू सक्सेस, डज नॉट गारंटी सक्सेस. चांसेस फेयर प्रिपेयर्ड माइंड. जो प्रिपेयर है समझिए ना. कंपनीज दैट प्लान नॉट ओनली आउट परफॉर्म ऑन पास्ट रिजल्ट. एक्शंस रैंडम नहीं होते, एड हॉक. मिलिट्री historians attribute much of the success of the world's greatest general to effective battle plans. प्लान बनता है. By doing beyond mere adaptation to market fluctuation. Sound plan. Proactively, not simply react. Shape the environment. Business is not just the creation of environment, but its creator as well. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन गोल पे फोकस करने के लिए मदद करता है. कंट्रोल देता है. ट्रेन एग्जीक्यूटिव. चॉक आउट इन एडवांस. ऑर्डरली सीक्वेंस ऑफ स्टेप्स. नीडलेस ओवरलैपिंग ऑफ एक्टिविटीज. एक बार ये देख लेते हैं. कोऑर्डिनेट रिसोर्सेस इकोनॉमिकली. The whole organization is forced to embrace identical goals and collaborate. Chalk out in advance or daily step for the realization of an organization's goal and to avoid a needless overlapping of activities. मैनेजर गोल सेट करता है, प्लान्स स्टैंडर्ड्स और बेंचमार्क्स अगेंस्ट विच परफॉर्मेंस कैन बी मेजर्ड. एक्टिविटीज conforms to plan. Controls can exercise only if there are plan. तो एक था ना प्लानिंग, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग, डायरेक्टिंग और कंट्रोलिंग. कंट्रोल किस के बेसिस पे करेंगे? प्लान के बेसिस पे ही तो. ट्रेन एग्जीक्यूटिव. एक्सीलेंट मीन्स फॉर ट्रेनिंग एग्जीक्यूटिव involved in the activities, arouse their interest in multifarious aspects of learning. ठीक है, बस यही है.